A local detective was murdered 102 years ago. So why is anyone even talking about Cleveland Kemp now?
A memorial will honor Kemp next Tuesday thanks to some detective work. Local 12's Deborah Dixon shows us how a mystery has been solved.
June 1913, Cleveland Kemp just got the job as a special police officer for the C&O Railroad. This is what railroad police looked like back then. At the time, he was married to Sally. They had a son nearly 2 years old.
They were so in love, and she was just enamored with him, and then they had this little boy, Karsten.
Thieves breaking into railroad cars was a real problem back then.
They were so happy that he had gotten a job as a watchman on the railroad.
At 91, Wilma McClanahan remembers everything her mother-in-law told her about the night Cleveland Kemp was murdered. Her mother-in-law is Kemp's widow, Sally. That June 7, 1913, Agent Kemp was patrolling the Silver Grove Railyard when someone crushed his skull with a pickaxe. 2 boys going fishing found his body.
She was told that they found his body in the ashes, where they had thrown his body over in the ash heap by the railroad, near Silver Grove somewhere. And she was just crushed by all of this, of course.
The coroner said murder. Headlines said assassins. Recent detective work has not been about his murder.
We represent 205 police officers killed in line of duty. We tried to find where everyone is buried.
But there was no record at the Greater Cincinnati Police Museum of where Cleveland Kemp was buried. Retired homicide detective Ed Zieverink spent 2 years looking. He got a little help from Ancestry.com.
Sally Buckley, which was Cleveland's wife, was buried between her first husband, Cleveland Kemp, and her second husband, Clyde McClanahan.
Sally always said she wanted to be buried between the loves of her life, and she was. But Kemp's gravesite had no headstone until now. It was donated.
The main purpose of this museum is to keep alive the memories of those that were killed in the line of duty. And everything else around it is just window dressing.
On Tuesday, the 102nd anniversary of his murder, the new headstone will be dedicated in a service that will include an honor guard, cops from all over the area, and Wilma.
We don't know who did it. We can't solve that at this point, but we can at least provide a headstone for him and let people know that he was a police officer and killed in a line of duty.
Wilma says Sally would be thrilled, and she believes Sally will be at that ceremony in spirit. Deborah Dixon, Local 12 News.
The memorial service will be Tuesday at noon at the Johnsville Cemetery in Bracken County, Kentucky. You can find directions to the cemetery at local12.com. Look for the news section and click on the Get It Now links.
Such an